from Velvet, New York, and Eric Schultz, a redshirt freshman from Tinley Park, Illinois, here for Nebraska.
Yeah, Eric Schultz 10-5 on the season. 5-2 in dual matches. It was the same record that Taylor Venz had, and Venz ended up falling in that contest. Kevin Mulligan 9-7 overall, 2-3 in dual record in dual matches. And he lost to Frank Mattis of Penn University in a contest with them and a number 13 opponent that was Frank Matthias.
And Mulligan went to high school at Bergen Catholic and was a teammate of Joseph Grello and Nick Suriano, who are now teammates at Rutgers.
Yeah, and Rutgers has really done an excellent job recruiting wrestlers from that region of the country. Rutgers are obviously out in New Jersey and the New York region. They've done an excellent job recruiting from the Northeast and getting those good wrestlers that are homegrown to come to Rutgers and wrestle for the teams they likely grew up watching.
This match 2-0.
And what Nebraska really needs some points, as I've been saying this in the past 2-3 matches. They're down 9-0 as we enter the 197-pound weight class, and we go into the heavyweights next. And Nebraska really not in a position here where they can go down 12-0.
Watching Eric Schultz of Nebraska. Mulligan again getting hurt and gets that escape. And Schultz still leads 2-1 over Mulligan.
Nebraska, one of the only times they've had a lead during a match. And whenever it seems like one of the teams got the lead, everything that Nebraska did well, the Rutgers opponent would counter it. We saw that especially in the match with Nicholas Gravina. That was just back and forth until Gravina really got those couple takedowns to give himself that 8-2 or 9-2 lead, and eventually a 9-0 lead for Rutgers overall as we were in the 197 class.
Tries to get in on a shot there, but unable to come up with it.
And for one of the only times in the contest we have Nebraska leading after a period, do you think they're starting to turn this around a little bit, Brett?
Yeah, I think Schultz is able to be the aggressor in this match, and he just seems to be the wrestler that's getting after it a little bit more in this particular match at 197, as he's able to get an escape, and Schultz now leads 3-1 in the match.
Yeah, another escape there. That's 2 escapes now for Schultz in the match, and not really known for that entirely, but it's working, and he's got Nebraska the lead in the period. And Nebraska really not in the position to go down 12-0, with Nick Suriano coming up in a pair of matches.
Not much going on here while the wrestlers are on their feet. Mulligan by a score of 3-1, and Rutgers leads the team score 9-0. And Schultz has 25 seconds of riding time in his favor right now.
And it's been a fast start for Rutgers, and we were saying they haven't really come into Big Ten play the way they would have liked with all the talent they have. Just 1-2 in Big Ten play, and 4-3 overall. So obviously they want to do better than that. And I think they see today, I should say, as an opportunity to get better and possibly get a big win over a top 25 opponent on the road. Nebraska ranked 18 as that's the end of the period.
Mulligan gets a stalling call for not doing much, and the crowd really likes those stalling calls against Rutgers here at the Bob Devaney.
And you get those stalling calls kind of by just working harder than the other guy. And we saw in the first match with Isaiah White and his opponent, and we saw it also in the match between Bresky and Grello. A lot of fans were really pleading for stalling calls and interlocking calls, and finally, as we see now, a little bit more favor in Nebraska when it comes to those calls as Rutgers gains another point there. It's now a 3-2 advantage for Nebraska in the period.
Schultz tried to work on a shot there with his right underhook on Mulligan. And there's now 31 seconds of riding time in favor of Schultz of Nebraska.
And Schultz has got to do what he can here to limit the action that his opponent gets.
As there is now 50 seconds left in the match.
And obviously Schultz probably the favorite in this match, 10-5 on the year. Although Kevin Mulligan not much better or worse, 9-7 is the redshirt freshman out of Leavitt, New York.
Not much going here on their feet as there's 30 seconds left in the match with a 3-2 score in favor of Schultz of Nebraska. As the crowd starts to get in it here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center.
And Mulligan really trying to get those last few points here, some aggressive moves. We'll see if it works. And there he goes. He's got Schultz reeling out of bounds.
Mulligan trying to get on top of Schultz there out of bounds as there's 3 seconds left in this match.
Yeah, and Mulligan had Schultz reeling there, and it looked like he was a little susceptible. And nice job to get out of bounds and stop it as we end the period. Nebraska takes the win in this one.